We're following this earthquake in Haiti, a 7.0 magnitude in only about 10 or so miles from the capital.
Well, as you mentioned, we have a magnitude 7 earthquake that's very shallow, therefore it could be very damaging. It occurred about 4:53 local time in Haiti, and as you mentioned, just south of the capital, that we should probably have some significant casualties from this earthquake. One thing you asked about was aftershocks. There's a magnitude 5.9 that followed a few minutes later, and a magnitude 5.5 earthquake about 15 minutes later.
It is all too much. A calamity of such epic proportions, so massive in size and scope, the truth of it is far beyond journalism's reach. 1.5 million Rwandans, nearly 20% of the country's entire population, trying desperately to survive one more day in this relentlessly inhospitable corner of Zaire.
Across the county at Olympian High School, seniors have joined together for a common cause.
So the Common Senior Experience is the culminating project for seniors at Olympian High School. It started about 4 years ago when we started with our first senior class.
Each year, the graduating class reads the same book and does a series of projects that involve education, outreach, and fundraising. This year, they're reading Tracy Kidder's Mountains Beyond Mountains about Dr. Paul Farmer.
Not only do we reflect about third world countries, which is the main purpose of this book, but also we reflect how that could be applied to our society.
Dr. Farmer has dedicated his life to help people in developing countries get proper health care.
I wanted something that would go beyond myself. I wanted to educate myself. I wanted to educate my peers and the community towards something that I thought was really beneficial towards someone else other than myself.
Olympian seniors will put on a series of fundraisers benefiting Dr. Farmer's organization, Partners in Health.
Any step is a step, and we have to make the first step towards benefiting others other than ourselves.
For Game of the Week,
what the college readiness skills, or actually the habits of mind we used most, were metacognition and intellectual perseverance.
We use a lot of evaluating to really find out what we should do and what we shouldn't do. And we finally decided just to use a mural and just show people what's happening in the world.
In my group, we used a lot of synthesizing.
I think we used analysis most because we were able to bring all of our ideas together and just come up with one awesome conclusion.
I learned to appreciate the things that I do have and not to take things for granted anymore, because there's things like a bottle of water that we have and we just throw it away, but then people in third world countries, they don't have bottled water, they don't have these things that we just think of every day.
Overall, from Mountains Beyond Mountains, I just got to see how bad it can be in the rest of the world rather than just living the way that we do with as many resources as we have here.
I think it shows, although it might seem like a cliche, that one person really can make a difference, because Partners in Health was an idea created by Paul Farmer, and it grew into something much greater than himself. And just the partners that he and like the small group that he started with, it grew into this amazing organization that's helping millions of people in all these different countries. I think it just shows that one person with a really good idea can go really far with it.
Mostly the benefit concert, how it was really successful. A lot of people congratulated us and everything and said that helped us reach our monetary goal.
Don't know how much we raised yet, but I think we're going towards our goal, $2,012 for Partners in Health. So I think we're probably at least halfway there, maybe more.
Our group did a poetry slam, so we united upperclassmen and lowerclassmen through expressing their artistic ability. Through words, we became the voice for those who didn't have a voice.
At first, there's a lot of times when you pass through grocery stores or when people are asking on the streets if you give for Salvation Army stuff, and at first you look at it, and when you don't really see how bad things are, you really can ignore it. But now, just the other day as we went through, it said, would you be willing to donate $1 can feed 4 children? And I don't know if this is just realization, but I was willing to completely give whatever was necessary. It didn't have to be a lot, but just a small monetary donation, which was so simple off my hands, would help make me feel personally fulfilled.
Well, one thing I learned was to work in groups. I've always been more of a do-it-yourself kind of person, working by myself, but you learn so much from really hearing what other people have to say, and sometimes you have to realize that maybe what you want to do is not the best way to go. Kind of catch a glimpse of what it is out there outside of high school, because you're getting involved with real world issues and a real world organization. So it's not about just getting a grade and earning credit. It's actually committing to a cause and doing something, and that's really what life is about. It's not just about passing a class or getting a grade. It's about focusing on something you really believe in and working hard for it, and that, I think that's what kind of keeps you through college and through work and life.
After Dr. Walker's presentation, it really did kind of change my thoughts about it, because he did kind of promote the idea that you don't have to go to Africa to help the people, you don't have to go to Uganda to help feed families. The small things that we can do here can really make a difference over there. And really, even though I can't help paint a building for them, I feel like even I don't have to be there to show them, here, I gave you $1, I helped feed you for today. Just the simple fact that the small things we do here, and even helping our own poor in Chula Vista or the poor somewhere in the city, that just the homeless that need food for the night, just knowing that you can make a difference just helping them. It doesn't necessarily have to be the hungry over there. We have hungry over here. So the fact that we can make a difference to anyone in the world is important to me.
Love is strong, it only cares for joyful giving. If we try, we shall see. In this bliss we cannot feel. There are dreams, we stop existing and start living. Growing, make a better world, make a better world, heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying, if you care enough for living, make a better place for you and for me.
Lend a hand.
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 Lend a hand. Lend a hand.
it a better place.